Alright, Stremo's live. Anybody remember what's happening?
Go on.
Go on.
I was just going to say to a varying degree of accuracy.
Yeah, we're investigating the missing people. Gosh, I meant to write this down because there was something significant towards the very end.
Well, we're going
I
down Strick's way.
Oh yeah, we were going to check out the wall. That's right.
Well, we already checked out the
wall?
wall. We're now past the wall.
No, I think we
And-
quit as we were approaching the wall because I think there was going to be combat. I don't think we surpassed the wall.
I'm pretty sure we passed the wall.
Pretty sure you guys passed the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Took
Yeah,
me a minute to
'cause,
figure out what you meant by the wall, but
the border, whatever.
yeah, I was imagining Andy Wahlberg, but
Yeah, I can see that.
people call him the wall, or at least I do. We're close
of
like
course.
that.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly where we left off there.
Yeah,
Walking up on the scene.
and then I used dominate person on that guy without using dominate person.
Yeah. The meathead.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
Ember.
you can't just call people meatheads.
He is literally a
Yeah,
meathead.
Don't talk about Gunther like that.
And he was definitely stronger than Val.
Probably.
I do remember that.
Probably have one of those like 84-ounce bottles with like motivational sayings on the side of it. Drink water throughout the day.
It's got
12 p.m. Keep going.
He's got it labeled with his name so he knows it's his.
so he knows it's his.
It's covering up the gain started line.
So I think we summed it up pretty well.
Yeah, it's pretty summed up.
Yeah, basically nobody knows anything except for the meathead. The Cedrics were both useless unless we wanted to score drugs, in which case one would be somewhat useful.
You guys gotta stop giving Gruffin a hard time.
I mean, he's got a hard job, man.
Yeah. He has to look intimidating.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, our girl decided to do the fucking Gunther's security shift all by herself, and that's what we're looking into.
Why does anybody decide to do any shift?
Money.
Oh yeah. So I believe Val was following the tracks.
I think we all were.
Well, Val, following these tracks, I believe I mentioned that you recognize this would have been an old road, long since abandoned, and that you guys were expecting the road to like incline up into the mountains, but it proceeds at a pretty flat pace. In fact, Val, as you guys are following these tracks into the night, you would expect that the closer you got to the mountain range, the rockier and less straight the road would be, right? Because it would have to curve around any protruding rocks, any protruding rock bergs in the soil. But it is a calculated straight shot. And it is not, but maybe a couple hours into following this road that is littered with signs, actual signs of stay away, turn back, that you find something that looks like this.
This map is so tiny.
No vision
A
in
very
this map.
tiny black box.
Oh no!
Oh
a
no!
black screen.
No vision.
Is this a 32 by 32
Yeah.
pixel map?
It's the
then
tiniest.
It's a little longer than it is tall, I
Ooh.
think.
Fuck.
Is that a dwarf above the door?
That's the dwarf above the door.
Yeah. So,
Wait, what were those signs written in?
oh,
A
common.
language? Common?
Yeah, sure.
What did the handwriting look like? What font?
Oh my god.
No, they would have been
Sans
written.
serif.
Technically, they would have been written in Taldane. So, that is what we consider common in this setting.
Comic Sans.
Yeah,
Do
common sans.
I recognize the architecture?
Mm-hmm. No, Val, you don't understand. As you get closer, you know where you are. Because there's no way Val couldn't. Being from a
Handwriting is
family of
not-
stonemasons,
Yeah, it's
this
big
place
obvious.
matches the descriptions of Minador Keep. This is where many of the dwarves who live in Quarantine trace their ancestry back to.
Is this like certainly Val would have been aware we were nearing it geographically, right?
I mean, I have been keeping up with my map,
Well,
but
Val would know that Minador Keep is in the Minador Mountain range, right? But the purpose of the keep was irrelevant as far as the teachings were concerned, right? Because the only important piece was that it was where a lot of the stone cutting was perfected. Like a lot of the actual what's the word I'm looking for?
Methodology?
Yeah, a lot of the methodology was founded in this place.
so this is a big deal.
Yeah. So, I mean, just thinking about it, Oak Rib Inn, it's a good chance that a lot of the stone that made that place was originally made in this place. At least you would think so if it weren't for the fact that this place seems completely abandoned.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if it's actually lit up like in the picture.
No.
Is that all extinguished?
Yeah.
But okay, so let me just make sure that I'm on the same page as Val here. Val's understanding would be that most of the dwarves that we know in our city came from this place. Yes.
Well, they could trace their lineage back to this place. The stone cutting dwarves specifically.
Have there been any stories told about it? Is there a belief that this place is still active?
Um, give me a history check.
Can I give you profession?
Profession stone cutting? Or
Yes.
stonework or something?
Stonesmith.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, oof.
Um, the
Is
stories
that a
don't.
knowledge history that's open to all?
You can attempt it. The DC is going to be a bit higher considering your background.
Val will let out a gasp when she sees the place and understands what it is. And she will utter the name Minador Keep.
Yeah, so Val, unfortunately, the history that you know of, it, like I said, it doesn't care about. So, dwarven history is weird, right? Because on one hand, they care deeply about their roots, but on the other hand, they don't care about their roots in like a reverential way, right? They're not like, oh, the good old days back in. They more just care that they can trace it back, and they know that the work they do is uh, on the shoulders of giants, right? They know that what they
Right.
do is founded in something real. Um, Sophia and Saki. I'm assuming that's a Sophia history check, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Sophia and Saki, you would both know something a little different about this keep. While you don't actually know much about the stone cutting and all the stonework of this place, Minotaur Keep, when Val says it aloud, something rings true in the memory about this place. That it used to be basically the land equivalent to the Arch of Eridan. It's a pathway through the Minotaur Mountain that connects what used to be Cheliax with Ravenel.
Do we know, like, when it was last used? Like,
No, this is
abandoned
like
so many years ago.
the knowledge that it is, well, the knowledge that it was a pathway would have been from books that refer to it in present tense and would have been Chelish books. You know what I
So,
mean?
given what we know about the portals and whatnot, would it be reasonable to draw the conclusion that Minotaur Keep is what is the area that's stabilized and protecting uh, that nearby resort as opposed to Citadel Enferak?
Um,
Because I don't think portals would be opening willy nilly where they would stop and build a resort.
I guess repeat the question. I feel like my brain went somewhere else whenever you asked the question.
Yeah, it was a weird question. That based on proximity and my understanding of portals,
Hmm.
is it more reasonable for Citadel Enferak or Minotaur Keep to be what's the area
Protecting the
that's
area.
So
stabilizing against portals?
I guess my question to you is what do you think Sophia's knowledge explain to me your presuppositions about how stabilizing works exactly.
Well, we did have that interaction with Jalupo, and it's just generally a higher power of some form has, I guess,
Warded an area.
selected an area, right? And that, I guess it's their blessing or protection or whatever word you want to use that is
Knowing the dwarves,
preventing
though,
portals.
it could be something mechanical doing it.
Um. So one thing that would throw a wrench into the idea that it could be Citadel Infrarak at all is the fact that a portal opened closer to Citadel Infrarak than you are now.
Okay, so it does push that that the keep is what's stopping the portals, rather than some deity deciding to bless the rich on their vacations. I mean, bribery is a thing, so I can't rule that out. But
The implication being that what kind of resort would be open in an environment where portals are opening willy nilly?
No one's
Right.
saying Torok's not getting paid.
What's saying who's not getting paid?
Borak.
Torag.
Tor. Just slip Torag a few shillings. And...
He gets royalties on everything.
everything.
Look, the entire resort is just a monument to dwarven stonemasonry.
Are there any signs of the Strix about?
Give me a perception or survival, either one.
How far away are we from this too?
No immediate signs. You guys are probably outside the front gates.
If we are outside the front gates, then Val has approached and is running her hand along the stonework.
And I take it we were following footsteps the whole time. They never, or footprints. They never left the path.
Eventually, the footprints will fade, just because the road becomes less.
Mud and
Yeah,
dirt.
right, exactly. Because there's nothing to really track it this far usually. So you're basically following the road as a presupposition, especially once this place comes into view. Reza, you don't notice any obvious Strix things. Val, give me another profession check, would you?
God, please.
Val, you have no idea what they mean, but you can tell. You recognize there are engravings that run along the walls that at a glance look decorative. And though you can't decipher the mechanical function of what they're doing specifically, the engravings look like they are newer than the stonework itself, first off. And you have a strong suspicion that the engravings are actually runes.
Okay, so even though they don't work for Val anymore, she would still have been inscribing runes on her weaponry and gear. If she were to compare the markings that she has on her weaponry to that, would it check out?
It checks out in the way that, like, you think
You can
that
tell that mechanically.
right, because the way your runes work, right, and there's nothing to say that your runes aren't part of the reason you're pulling off some of these ridiculous jumps and maneuvers. Part of the way your runes work is while you don't, they're like it's the difference between having like a water pump and a water wheel, right? You're not forcing the water to do what you want. You're redirecting the water to do what you want, right? The force has to already be there. It basically reuses latent magical energy in the environment. And these runes look like they're in the same alphabet.
Okay, Val will confer with the party on this one. She'll first, of course, explain the runes and their significance, showing the comparison between her gear and the runes on the stone. And I'm gonna go for a long shot here. Does anyone else in the party have any knowledge on this?
Maybe. I went to school.
Maybe.
I mean, I would know stuff about magical engraving, general artificery, but probably not necessarily
That'd be a
runes
knowledge
the same
arcane.
way Val uses them.
Knowledge
Does it have
arcana,
anything
rather.
to do with Fae?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, then I'm sure Sire doesn't know either.
Knowledge religion.
So,
Is Sire out right now?
Oh yeah.
I don't think so.
About-
Oh.
Yeah, Sire's been out for a
knowledge-
while.
Oh, okay.
Arcana, engineering.
You can give me an Arcana if you want.
Nice.
All right.
want
Sophia,
another mix.
your only knowledge of this thing is what you know Val does, right? You know Val has been using runes to do things. You don't actually understand it, and it's never been. It's like one of those things where it's like, hey, you know C#, but this other person knows Python, you don't really care to learn Python, so you're just like, all right, I'm just gonna.
We could have a conversation if we needed to, but
Right.
we're not talking the same language.
Yeah.
Well, the other problem being Val doesn't particularly know how it works.
Yeah, that
one
it's
is, one is not.
So Val is a Spiceworks copy paste engineer or programmer.
yeah, Code Bunny.
Well, I mean, she intrinsically understands it to a degree, but she doesn't understand the mechanics of it.
Yeah, she can do the hello world. She's just not, she's not developing her own games.
She's a
Right.
spiritual person.
How to shop different pieces together. You're a code artist.
Yeah. So
She's a script kitty.
Saki.
It's not entirely something that is still created.
I mean, yeah, it would be the equivalent of being able to piece together Fortran from pieces of ancient forums.
Yeah. So Saki, you know that this runic thing is dwarven specific. And you know that I don't know how Saki would have learned this, but you know that this particular style of to use the term very loosely, magic is a very it was a very closely guarded thing amongst the dwarves
Incredibly expensive.
for so long that, and because dwarves, so one thing about dwarves is they to have a job in dwarven societies at all, or in dwarven communities, you have to apprentice under somebody. You have to apprentice under a master. It's the only way you're going to learn it. There's no, and a master is not going to take any apprentice, right? They're very selective. And then because this was such a closely guarded thing, eventually masters started dying without having had apprentices, and to the point where you're not aware of anybody who knows how to do this, but you know that it was a dwarven thing.
Mhm. Okay. And also, Saki's been alive for like 4 to 5 times some of these people's age. She would have totally had time to read about this.
If she was interested.
Yeah.
Look,
Are
eventually
you
you run
putting
out of
magic
things
into
to read,
items?
and you just grab whatever's on the shelf.
Putting magic into objects is right up Saki's alley.
Well, this isn't putting magic into objects. This is like math the magic.
This is.
Oh no, numerology.
Yeah, effectively, right? It's
Remember that
geometry.
thing that Radis always talked about science and it just being another part of magic? This is actually that.
Yeah, this is somebody who was like, fuck, I suck at magic, but I'm good at math. You know the entire study of how water flows over certain shapes?
Oh god, fluid dynamics
Yeah,
sucks so bad.
This is that.
This is controlling the flow of magic using mathematical equations, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, and this rune right here is a Tesla valve.
Yeah, it's pretty much that. So yeah, give me one more check, Mal.
Profession?
Yep.
It's gonna be low. I guarantee it. Oh, thank God.
Okay. Val, as you're explaining it to people, like you're explaining your runes to them, and how the runes on the wall engravings are similar, a connection is made, and you think that the entire length that runs along the outer walls is actually it's one bit of code, like it's one long string. And more importantly, the geometry indicates that it's more of a like a I'm trying to think of the right word for it, but like abjuration isn't quite correct because that's not really how this works.
It
But
just
it's
reads across it if portal return.
Fuck. How long would it take for Val to decipher this?
to
Not
decipher.
particularly decipher because she doesn't know it, but to understand what the fuck this is.
It would take like an hour just to read from one wall to the other, like because it wraps around the entire inner side of the. There's a wall and a gate before you get to the main doors.
Okay.
And it wraps all the way around the inside of the outer wall.
Okay. One more question.
Sure.
I want to make a perception check, and I want to see if there are any cartographer markings around.
Okay.
Not really a question, more of a demand, but you know.
Perception check.
Val, we're copying everything we can see before we leave.
That goes without saying.
Yeah, I'll pull out extra books just to jot this
I
down.
have a chronicler's kit.
Yeah, Val, you see no as you're going over all these runes, you see no cartographer markings whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a chronicler's kit and a scrivener's kit. I have all the writing implements and 110 pages, in addition to my regular book.
This is still very exciting, mind you.
Okay.
There was a mild hope that Drix's party would have been here.
Saki, what are you trying to object read?
So while they're copying down the runes,
Mm-hmm.
We're not
touch-
copying down runes until living
Okay.
person first.
I want to read the gate.
The gate?
The gate.
Okay. I mean, it's the
Probably a good
outer
thing to
gate
read,
is
honestly.
like a portcullis that is open currently.
So is there like a crank or something?
Uh,
for keys?
not on the ground level. There's like a set of stairs that go up the inside of the wall. If you wanted to go up the inside of the wall and then into the housing of the gate.
No door?
A door? There's a doorway.
Okay. I'll go there.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Imagine Bannerlord 2. You know where you throw the rocks from? If you were defending in a siege?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, there's no door. There's just a doorway that goes in there, and then there's a portcullis. But you have to go up the side stairs after you go through the portcullis.
If the item has any historical significance, the occultist learns one piece of information about its past.
Neat.
Is it currently nighttime?
I'm trying to figure out what item we're talking about. Yes, it is nighttime.
I don't know. You
Well,
tell me what's there.
The description says it works the same as the psychometry occult skill, which specifies an item or location.
I'm gonna set up my lantern at the gate if we're inside the gate.
Yeah, and it takes Saki time to do this, so you know if you need to take a second.
It'll take me time to do this because I have to go and look up
Uh-huh.
how your stuff works because nobody
Yeah,
wants
pretty-
to link
Saki's
it.
gonna wander off and do that.
Val, no, don't wander off. Don't stray too far. Val is going to order everyone to start setting up camp.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'll wait until after we do that to set up my lantern then.
So there's psychometry appraise.
Right, that's the occult skill unlock that this is based on.
Once per day, you concentrate for a minute. Physical contact. You attempt an appraise check to decipher visions. Regarding the subject. Hold on. Flash
Like
of
the
insight
skill.
regarding blah blah blah. Command word. Okay.
Are you still looking for something, Leslie?
I mean, I'm reading through the thing and trying to decipher some stuff, but
Okay,
what you
I'll
got?
just type this out then.
No, I mean you can ask questions. It's fine.
I just have no. It's not a question. I have orders.
Oh, okay. That's fine too. Yeah, I mean Saki, as far as like what's in the the wheelhouse or whatever, like the inside of the gate, there's a crank and a lever. That's really about it. There's not a whole lot left in this place.
I'll do an engineering check to see. Did they look to be in working order, or have they
Well,
rusted in place and or dangerous?
and specifically, no one has used them in the last 24 hours, right?
Yeah, no. If you try to get a psychic reading on the crank or something, nobody's touched it.
Okay, alright. Just making sure.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
there's like, is this place like in ruins? Sorry to join that. Like, is everything in good shape as we go up there?
most of it's made of stone. Like most everything here is made of stone.
It's like
Uh,
wood for the keep.
It's
That's
like
the urban
dusty.
made.
yeah. And there's obvious signs of weathering, but it seems like it's it's not like it's gonna rot.
Yeah, but
Um,
there's no doors, right? So there's like settled dust everywhere.
yeah, there's dust.
Okay.
So yeah,
Sophia,
32 total.
the chains that are wrapped around the mechanisms, whatever metal they're made out of, does not appear to rust.
Stainless.
We should take some of that for later, Sophia.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, let's not desecrate any sacred to Val locations.
State sacred to the dwarves. I mean, if this place is habitable, I mean, how many dwarves back in quarantine would jump at the opportunity to come here?
Less than you'd think.
Yeah, it's a rough track. No, then they probably got a tunnel all the way here, though, right?
That's wow.
They're a tunneling folk.
That's racist.
So Corvo, you're gonna spring up your log cabin.
Yeah, I didn't uproot the tent, so I don't have that with me.
Oh, no.
Your animals.
We just left.
You're
the
Who's
ox.
watching the animals?
Boss man is standing guard.
Big order list coming in.
Yeah, so I have a faithful lantern. So I'm going to set that up at the entrance to the gate. That's going to rise into the air and go invisible, and it stands guard for 8 hours with an alarm spell that'll mentally alert me if anything passes through it.
Start over. What?
I'll link it.
Okay.
Don't I get bonuses? Could you tell me to do it?
Yeah.
Neat.
Does that count?
Yeah. There's nothing that says you can't do it outside of combat.
That's fair. I guess outside of combat, everyone will get the bonus since it's not limited.
I mean, there's steps.
Yeah.
I'm gonna point to the cottage that I've summoned and point out that I've found an advantageous spot to make camp in. That has an overhang.
I mean, the point was a place where we could get a good view of the area, and I guess we're safe in there, aren't we? Like, nothing can get in.
Yeah, it's my house.
Yeah, okay. Then that's fine.
You just
Then
don't wanna
just
get
watch their back
stripped.
while they scout the area.
Like, I don't want to reiterate on a point, but it is my house, and I do not sleep. Nothing is
just-
getting in without us knowing.
You're just sitting in the living room with your shotgun, waiting for someone to walk through that door.
Yes. Yeah, come on in. Even if I'm not paying attention, the cottage is lined with an alarm spell.
Cool.
The
These are
alarm's
things-
just a.
I think it's a little bit more enthusiastic than that.
That's all you need.
These are all things that Val would definitely know by this point.
Yeah,
I've
it-
used it enough times. It's been more than enough clear.
He's a little distracted right now.
I mean, the whole thing billows up as as smoke, and then gets a thin veneer of looking like something.
Oh, and there's an unseen servant inside.
Yeah. Strix aren't getting in. We could drop our backpacks off here. I will lock the door.
I will try to unlock the door with my key.
I will pull out my own skeleton key and bat yours away. I was-
Fencing?
I was yeah. I was more than a little disappointed that there wasn't anything to try to unlock on the docks because I was going to use my skeleton key. We were going to be key bros.
Everyone should have one.
It's amazing.
I just have a cat burglar's kit.
I'm
And
sure
an
there's
all
one in there.
If picking a lock takes like 5 minutes, using the key is an action.
Well, it depends. Did Master Lock make the lock?
Oh God.
Masterwork, Masterlock,
I have something better than a key.
Fireballs.
No, I have a crowbar.
But also,
That'll fucking do it.
I didn't ask how small the room is. I said I cast fireball.
Hang on, I appreciate the crowbar, but how is Nihilus using a crowbar in any kind of capacity?
I give it to Val.
I have something better. A vow.
Hey, Val,
Yeah.
What is Nihilus's
Inf-
strength?
Inflict blunt force
Eight? Yeah.
trauma.
Hang on, guys. Let me get this open real quick.
I have the crowbar. I'm not the one that uses the crowbar.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, Corvo's got an owl bar.
I always wanted a
Mhm.
skeleton key.
Yeah, the owl bar is just a perch on the porch.
No, the owl bar is just a bar inside the house. Can I
Well-
make you guys anything?
Oh, okay.
So what all do we find in the area? I mean, if they follow through the orders and they scout, do they see anything fucking weird or?
Let's see. So Saki, Corvo, and Nihilus are going to scout.
Yep. Because 2 of us don't sleep.
And I could take 10 minutes to do a quick flyover.
Excuse me? You can fly now?
I have an eagle cape. I can just turn into an eagle for like
Oh.
10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I'd stay out the air. I'd stay out the air right now.
What's the Strix gonna do?
Yeah, sneak up on me.
He's probably
It's
turn
gonna
up like me.
bother us while we're trying to figure out these fucking runes.
I'm still just waiting for the dragon to show up.
I have more important things to do than murder Strix.
Well, technically, if we murder Strix, it'll be because they touched us.
And we did come here to,
And we'll be safer for it.
well, not to murder Strix, but to find where the missing people went. And potentially
Not
murder
anymore.
Strix away. They could
I
be
mean-
here.
I was hoping to push through and potentially save someone, but
Don't give
Well,
up.
we need to
hope,
know what we're
Sophia.
getting into first.
Val, I thought you were a Desmond.
Let me get a quick perception check from the three of you.
I am a Desnan. I was also raised Dwarven. It's a really awkward situation.
I could enhance this. No, I didn't really prepare spells for this.
Don't get me wrong, I'm excited to explore this place, but
Sophia?
Hmm?
Perception.
okay.
Assume you're eagling around.
Yeah. They're all
time
good.
for Strix.
And
What
If
does
we're in
my
a-
bird's eye view tell me?
What do my eagle eyes see?
I would
Okay.
kind of like to.
They tell me caw.
Caw. Scree.
Here, this is a stealth check just to kind of be a little low key about it.
I guess I'll be looking for like obvious signs of Strix nest nearby.
All right. So Corvo, you don't notice anything of real note out in the main areas here. One thing of note is that there isn't anything of note outside.
It's suspiciously empty.
Right, like if this place is supposed to be
Safe.
a usable space, there's like, because people have to, like, do they just commute to work? What's the plan here? Razzie, I don't even know what you're trying to do, so
I was setting up perimeter.
okay.
You guys just watching our back.
Do you have any animals with you? Did you leave them all in the tent?
Doggo's with me.
Okay. You left your
Can't-
familiar though?
Can't make. I thought you meant between the dog and the ox, but yeah, the familiar's with me.
Okay.
Wait, where is your ox?
So your dog and
He's back at
familiar
camp.
are with you, and your ox. So you're gonna get the alarm, and it's gonna shine a light on the guy, and it's not gonna stop him from doing whatever he's doing. You're just gonna know he did it.
Oh, the alarm's here.
No one's stealing
So
that
there's
ox.
no alarm protecting. Sorry, your lantern is not protecting your ox.
I taught him the attack trick.
Well, this is how Razzie lost her ox.
No, that's a crime. I don't think
That's a
there are lawbreakers here.
I mean, protecting a left behind animal is a crime.
Yeah.
No, anyone harming the animal. That would
Oh
clearly
yeah,
be a crime.
and that's illegal, and clearly no one would ever do that.
Can't do that.
It's-
That's
Snap and
illegal.
point at
Look,
Sophia.
it's okay. If anything happens to the ox, we will know, and we will exact vengeance upon them.
I'll snap and point at Carva.
All right.
We do not sit around and worry about the worst to happen. We seek retribution when it has.
Another thing is, Sophia, you notice nothing in the immediate area for Strix nests.
I also wanted to look at is that a balcony with a proper entrance up there?
It's not a proper entrance. It's like stained glass.
Okay.
But looking through the stained glass, the interior is massive.
Be right back. 1 second.
And then Saki, you were looking around for what exactly?
Just kind of interesting things, and periodically just checking for auras.
Yeah, this place, I'm sure by Saki standards, is painfully disinteresting.
Are you sure?
I don't know. How into rocks are you?
I mean, these are like really interesting rocks, right? Like, there's a lot of interesting carvings and stuff.
I mean,
Val certainly fucked it up.
They're ornately and skillfully carved.
Anything interactable? You know, so Saki kind of like scans for things and keeps pressing tab to see what's interactable.
Interactable?
Leslie doesn't play adventure games.
It's true.
I try.
It's a point-and-click adventure, and Saki's just clicking everything.
Doesn't Final Fantasy XIV have a target tab system?
It's like when you press Alt in Diablo, right, and it highlights the items.
Yeah, highlights all the dropped items.
Yeah, just picture she has a loot
But
list, right?
Does Saki find anything of value?
Well, yeah, anything that like anyone would have touched, like, you know.
Come on, let's work this object reading.
Yeah.
Maybe something that the girl leaned on, or like a stick that she picked up, or a weapon that a Strix kidnapper dropped, you know.
Like, they have a toilet here, you know?
Okay, hold on. Who in their right mind would kidnap the Strix?
Oh my god.
No, there are
Stay on target.
There are no outdoor toilets out in this courtyard.
That's what you took out of all of that?
Leslie, work with us, please.
Looking for anything that has an aura related to dwarf female bartender.
Or anything that's been that could have been interacted with recently.
Aura sight is not crazy useful when you're just looking at objects.
That's right.
Yeah. No, I mean, most of this place is just stone. There's not a lot of objects left around. Most objects would have been made of, you know.
What's Dustin? Dustin, your voice is going crazy.
Dustin, are you okay?
Such a beep boop robot.
Oh no.
Better?
Better.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was baby talking my cat.
Oh, that turned you into
That's
a
what baby
robot?
talk sounds like?
That's
You wouldn't
Wait.
get it.
the cat a robot?
And the
Like,
AI is baby talking the baby AI. If you talked a little faster, it would have sounded like you were sending a fax.
Yeah. Okay. So answer is there's nothing.
I mean, are you looking for anything specific?
I don't know what's here.
Yeah, we You've only told us that there's stone.
Are you looking at the
And
same
yes.
picture I'm looking at?
You just said it wasn't like the picture.
Okay, yeah. There's less than what the picture shows because there's no fucking fires.
Okay, so as far as like gate machinery or anything like that, there's nothing that seems like there's been interacted with recently.
No, this place looks like it's been
Okay.
abandoned for God knows how
Okay.
long.
There we go. Nothing of note.
Yeah. Saki walks to every wall and mashes X.
It's like touching the walls and it's just like, ain't nothing here.
Yeah, and she walks forward, sliding along the wall, mashing X.
yeah, it's the Doom guy sounds.
All right. What does Sire know about any of this shit?
Yeah, I'll ask him if he knows anything that could be useful about this place, if he knows anything at all about it.
Or the runes?
Or the runes.
Ancient and wise as he is.
Aki, stop trying to clip through the corners.
I'm speed running.
I guess.
Saki-
Hold on. Is Saki going to
teleport through the door?
Yeah, is Saki going to actually go and try to interact with the front door?
I imagine
mean,
so.
I'd
Sure,
hope not.
yeah.
I asked people to scout, not go in. But I can't stop Saki.
You didn't say which direction to scout.
That's my fault.
Yeah, Razzy's all the way back at her tent now.
Yeah, I thought we were doing the woods and then the maybe like the hallway.
Like, Saki is touching everything.
Okay. Yeah, the door resonates then.
There we go. Okay. What kind of resonation?
Like you can object read the door.
Gimme.
Gimme.
The object reading on the door, you would have a vision of it's a short vision of the same young dwarf woman you saw making that, or at least setting up that roast, sort of pushing her way through the door, and then disappearing into the darkness beyond, and the expression, it's like nobody's home.
Okay. I'll take that back. Then. Well,
Yeah. Val is like scribbling things down in a notebook and like looking down and up and down and up.
yeah, you would hear an immediate loud clonking as Saki begins running towards Val. Clock, 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 clock. Oh, she's inside.
Who?
The girl.
What girl?
The one we're looking for.
We're looking for a girl?
She'll grab Val by the arms. Listen to me, Val. She's inside.
Val blinks. Oh, right. Yeah, we were doing that. Shit. Okay.
That means that was within the last 24 hours, right?
Hmm?
Okay. Shit. Now I'm conflicted.
I mean, they,
We
they're-
we need to
this
go make
girl's
sure
not
she's
going
okay.
anywhere, Val. This girl is.
Yeah, but
Yep.
we don't know what these do. This could
They're
be
not
a.
going anywhere.
You don't know how these work, do you?
I mean, come.
They've been there for how long? They haven't left yet.
They've been here for less time than this building has. Somebody added these recently. They do something. They serve a purpose. We don't know what that is.
Have
For
they
all
been
we know,
added within the last 24 hours?
probably older than that.
Val, you probably have like a page just full of runes by now. Just of you
Okay.
Say
taking
full of
notes,
runes.
just a full page of runes.
Rune?
You said it's what's the language the runes are in?
It's not a language.
It's just magic. Okay.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's. Language is sort of. It's not a spoken language. Let's put it that way.
That's okay. I'm an expert in written language.
I don't know if these runes are passive, if they have to be activated, what happens when they're activated.
Is Val still taking notes, or is she just talking to people
Yes,
now?
she's been taking notes and talking the entire time. Like she's
Yeah.
looking up and down while addressing the situation.
Alright, well, it's time to turn the page, because you have to write on the back of this one.
Okay, yeah, she turns the page and keeps going.
Val, you're done with that page. That's
Val,
full
the ink
stop.
won't
Point,
stick to
let's
the
go.
back of that page.
I will light all the
She
brazzers.
stops and tries to write it down again.
No, the ink just slides off the back of the page, as if repulsed.
Sophia! And Val will show Sophia what's going on.
So, I'm just gonna try and put two and two together here. You just happened to copy a section that protects whatever it's carved into or written on.
Leslie, what kind of check you want?
This is probably Arcana, sadly.
Okay. I stepped away from the keyboard for a minute. Could someone roll me at a plus 12?
Is everyone? Okay, there it is. 27.
27.
Yeah, I mean, you feel pretty confident in your presupposition that whatever Val happened to jot down is effectively protecting the backside of the page from being defaced.
Now that we know that this is a quote complete sentence, can I throw a linguistics check at these runes?
It's not a sentence.
You can throw a
Whatever it
linguistics
was
check
is a
at it if you
complete
want.
rune, a complete program, if you will. And because we
Oof.
copied that directly, that also suggests that the runes are clearly for preservation, protection, etc., not traps.
Yeah, Corvo and Saki, you come to about the same conclusion that this isn't a language in the same sense that language is meant to convey thought.
This is like looking at numbers and trying to see words.
Right.
Okay.
These aren't like hieroglyphs.
We're looking at like an ancient Romans math homework and trying to figure out what they're trying to say.
Well, it's worse than that because it's effectively you're looking at a circuit board and you're like, what does it say?
The entire like the way that the runes work is they basically turn like you just said turns the magic into electricity. It's a machine.
All right, well, let's machine our way into helping out this dwarven woman.
Yeah, Val will close her notebook, bind it up. Okay, I am satisfied with that. We'll come back to this later. As long as we don't enter and this place blows up on us, or I don't know, starts sinking into the earth or some shit.
Are these connected to the what's it called? The Underdarks? Other thing here?
Repeat
well,
that?
Yes, I don't think that's the Underdark.
The Dark
How would-
Lands. That's what I was
How
thinking.
would
of.
Razzie know about the Underdark?
The Dark Lands. I mean, I'm sure there's spooky tales about that. That's a general thing in Golarium.
Raz, give me a history check.
I will.
Oh no, we lit up the Underdark a long time ago.
It's the Underlight now.
I will use my clover for this.
What is your clover?
It's a
think
plus
it's
2.
like-
Doesn't look like it helped.
Okay.
It got you above a 10.
I mean, Razzie
Indeed
can
it.
Razzie can presuppose anything Dustin can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're close to the Underdarks here, guys. Let's be vigilant.
Yeah, Saki already kind of likened it in a way like that. I don't. So
I know it's in the Minotaur Mountains.
What did you just call this place?
You know.
Okay. Val pinches her brow. All right, fine. Let's go in. Get your weapons, get ready, and all that. We're probably gonna see trouble as soon as we get in there. This place looks like it's been abandoned for a while. God knows what kind of creepy crawlies are inside.
Don't worry, Val. I've got fireballs.
I swear to God, if we find anything slimy in there.
Sophia shudders at the thought of creepy crawlies.
Like I said, I got fireballs.
Is it bad that I'm hoping for a dragon instead of,
Well, we've already managed to probably piss off one, so maybe that one's waiting for us.
It's up for debate, but and Val's gonna start heading towards the gate.
I mean, the double doors are large and slightly ajar.
Is it dark inside?
Yes.
Okay. Need to check something.
I will pull out my celestial lantern.
I will cast dark vision on myself.
Look, and Sophie's like, boing! And then fucking Nihilus is like, light!
Flashbangs her.
I imagine my dark vision as an artificer is just night vision goggles.
Yeah.
Oh, then I definitely flashbanged you with the lantern.
It's okay, they're transition night vision goggles.
Okay, that works.
Right, everything turns green and then gets darker.
So, are you guys pushing through, I'm assuming?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
May as
Yeah.
well. We're looking for a missing person after all.
The good.
I was going to say just for clarity, the cottage is going to be locked.
Okay.
Who here has low light vision?
I have dark vision here. I'll leave Drool in the cottage as well. Tell him to stay.
Okay.
Have a light.
then I can hit you with Keen Senses, which doubles low light vision range.
I think I should have low light.
But wow, this was a terrible spell to pick up. It's only a minute, so 6 minutes. But it's also +2 competence on perception.
Wow.
Do you want to put that on someone else, maybe? Because it might be better if I just aura sight, because that's 90 foot.
Okay, Corvo?
I have dark vision 60.
Then
I
put
do
it
not.
on me.
Okay, then
Oh, 120 foot.
yeah, whoever wants it.
I'll take it so I can be more
All yours.
perceptive.
+2 competence to perception.
Cool. I now have. What is it?
Keen Senses.
I now have a +8. I'm helping. Yeah, I've got my lantern in one hand, the staff in the other, so let's do this.
If everybody's lighting up, I'd like to go ahead.
Oh, sorry. You gain low light vision if you didn't have it already.
Oh, then give it to Val.
So
Oh yeah,
I'd like to
please.
And yeah, Val.
kind of stay ahead of the group, out of the light.
Okay.
Probably better.
Yeah, the light may attract too much attention.
Do you want me to put out my lantern?
No, you just keep doing what you're doing.
So the dark vision squad is going to
That's-
go skulk across the corners and walls
Well,
and
I am. It's a 22 stealth check.
Okay.
Is your eagle form 1 minute increments?
no, it's a single 10-minute increment.
That's unfortunate.
It can be ended prematurely, but once per day. It also acts as a permanent feather fall.
That's useful.
Yeah, that is nice.
How much was that? That's honestly really sweet.
7,000.
Nice.
And while an eagle, you get a +5 competence to perception.
But you lose your cloak of resistance.
That's why I have a ring of resistance.
That works.
Slightly more expensive ring, but not that bad. It's like swapping the ring of feather fall and the cloak of resistance for bonuses.
Except you can turn into an eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we're just kind of exploring through the darkness.
Absolutely.
I cast magic missile on the darkness.
There we go.
Had to say it. It's like Razzie saying she's a paladin.
I pop up.
I get up.
I get knocked down.
So, what do our dark vision eyes see?
What attacks us?
So, first thing that happens is when you guys walk in, the interior is. It's sort of like if you took the exterior right there, that little like semicircle area, and just mirror inverted it, right? And then the road continues further as a bridge. Because on both sides of the road is like a sheer drop. Because while this place functioned as a tunnel through the mountain, Val recognizes almost all of the machinery in this place that is long been in disuse. There are this whole place was a massive workshop for stone cutting, smithing, and smelting. Like, it's truly enormous inside this place. And the bridge, after maybe 100 yards or so, is collapsed. But there are facilities that extend like sideways, stairwells that go down, stairwells that go up, and it's like an abandoned. If this place was fully habitable instead of fully work related, this place would be a metropolis.
Yeah, this is just like in the entrance.
Yeah, like right past the front doors, you can see for miles. Well, maybe you can't
It's a big
see for
place.
miles, but you could see for miles. Some of
Is
it.
it
If it
Is it
wasn't so
all
dark.
is it all ground level or is it like
Very bad
going
second.
downwards into the mountain?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. It's both deep and tall.
Gotcha.
So it's a bridge over a quarry, except the quarry is a workshop.
Right. Well, it's a workshop over a workshop, and also next to a workshop.
And under a workshop.
Yeah.
Yo, dog.
The absence of things outside is also made clear by the presence of things inside, as there are obvious places for residents within the place as well. So the people who
Things
would
to
have been
touch.
working outside were probably living inside.
Would given that Val practically lived with dwarves, would she be able to kind of navigate this place, or is this just fucking foreign? Is
Uh,
there a similarity in how things are constructed?
sort of. It's like this place feels like if you were in a dwarven workshop in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
I mean, I would assume there's a method to the madness of how the tools are arranged. Like, you'd have your big anvils right next to your forge, so you can quickly go from one to the other. Same idea with all the stoneworking tools and the other stuff.
Yeah, to Val's, seeing this place in motion would have been this place would have been a work of art. Just imagining the sounds of this place, it would have been music.
A single tear rolls down her cheek.
If anything, right now she looks worried. This isn't right. It's like everyone just packed up and left. No, didn't even pack up, they just left.
So what do you think caused it?
This would have been millennia ago, right?
We don't know.
What we do know is we have a missing dwarf woman zombie walking right into this place.
Which means there's something in here pulling her in.
Let's go find it.
That's the plan.
When we get back, we should to Cedric. We should see how many of the missing persons were dwarves.
That's probably a question I should have asked.
What would a fisherman know that?
We had no reason to think that.
Yeah. He's not
It
a
was all similar.
fisherman. He's the harbor master.
No, Cedric is the manager.
The harbor manager, right.
Right.
Is
No,
there
well,
any dust or a trail of absent dust? Anything we could follow?
Oh, give me a survival check.
ooh, I'm good at those.
Let's see. 25.
Oh, you're better than me.
Well, I get a bonus specifically for following tracks.
So inside this place, you are able to you're with the 25, you're able to spot just such the because you still have these glasses too, right?
Yeah, the lens of detection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah, those glasses highlight just like it's like the footprints you find are like hint of footprints.
this is like putting on tracking mode in a survival game or something.
Yeah, it's so minuscule.
Detective mode in Batman.
Yellow footprints everywhere.
But they lead off the side trail, and it looks like they descend a staircase first. Are you gonna follow the?
Yeah, I'll lead the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, have shield out, but I won't draw a weapon yet.
Oh no, my halberds are out.
Yeah, I don't want a sharp thing in hand while going down the stairs. That's what handrails are for.
Yeah, handrails are sharp enough. Here's the thing I'm looking for.
And
Nope. Okay. So you're following the trail, and it feels a lot like it feels a lot like following Nihilus when he's leading you through an urban scenario, except for the fact that the path isn't makeshift. There's a lot of uh, ups and downs and lateral moves that have to happen, and eventually you're led to a structure built into the side of the interior of the tunnel that doesn't look residential and doesn't look mechanical. Give me a quick knowledge history, actually.
Uh, History, or could I substitute engineering?
Yeah, engineering could be fine here. Okay. You recognize the architecture. And part of the reason you
Gazebo.
What's up?
It's a gazebo.
It's a gazebo. Yeah, give me a gazebo check.
I don't think I put any points into gazebo.
Oh, I guess you fail then. And a gazebo kills Sophia. So, the architecture you recognize because a lot of the old buildings in Quarantine have similarities. The architecture of this structure is of dwarven make, right? So it's definitely
No.
it's definitely uh, it was definitely made by dwarven hands, right? But it is heavily um, skewed towards Chelish architecture, like traditional Chelish architecture.
So there's like a carving of Torag shaking hands with Asmodeus or something.
Yeah, absolutely there is. In fact, that's what the two uh like the front double doors, that's what it is. That's the embossment on the two front doors. But it's very like red and gothic looking on in addition to being like uh angular and precise. But the footprints actually end before the front doors.
So this area's been cleared of dust. You know, compared to the other areas.
Well, the reason you were able to follow the dust at all, I've failed to mention, is because inside this place there is no dust.
So it was dirty footprints that I was following.
Right, not the absence of footprints.
Saki, could you aura sight? Raylan's here.
Truth is, Sophia, I never stopped. She looks
No
over with
secret camp.
glowing eyes.
Saki, this place has it has like windows, I guess is the best term for it. Like the the building, like the big structure has windows and other things. Um and balconies and yada yada. Any window under the doors through Orsight like a sort of like a fog machine. You it's like evil is just pouring out of this place.
Oh. That's gross. Ew. Don't breathe that. That's evil dust, Sophia.
I'll break out my my anti-evil gas mask. No.
How can dust be evil?
Look, I'm just telling you what I see. And there's something real gross emanating from that room.
Like vampire gross?
Like, kick a puppy gross.
Eee.
Got it. So, time to break out the iron skin.
I'll cast Mage Armor.
I'll buff.
Yeah, mage armor's probably not a terrible idea.
I
Yeah.
feel like given Mage Armor's duration, you probably would have done that before coming in here.
Well, I'm doing it now.
Mhm. Which lasts 10 minutes per level.
10 minutes. Mage Armor's an hour per level.
Huh?
Oh, different buff. Okay.
Yeah,
Key
no.
buffs.
Keen Edge, I've got like 70 minutes.
All right. If we're all prepared.
Yep.
Hold on. Does anybody want to be big?
Given we're going indoors, probably not.
At least not yet.
Not yet.
I'll take a beginning.
A mediuming.
Okay. I also have
No, no. It's silly. I'd never be a good big person.
You should try it.
No. I can never. I don't want to take your thunder and glory, Val.
Blow up Razzie to medium size.
Well, considering we don't
Never see
know
it coming.
what sort of energy we'd be facing, I don't think resist energy would be a good idea yet.
Unless
No, I
there's
wouldn't know which
resist
one to
negative energy. But
No. It's only elemental.
then, yeah. Okay. Is the door locked?
Yes.
Skeleton key time.
Go for it, Corvo.
If that doesn't work, you can use my crowbar.
Yeah, I'll pull up my skeleton key and try the lock. What is it, a plus 20?
For a skeleton
On
key?
the ancient dwarven lock. The plus 10 on the disable device.
Plus 10.
Huh?
29?
It's just a plus 10. I don't think you get your own bonus with it.
Yeah, it says if you use the keys plus 10, you cannot take 10. Sorry.
29 does not get it, by the way.
Aw.
Which means that skeleton key can't open it.
No. I can never.
I guess I can give it a shot. No.
Looks like it's fireball time.
Fireball has no force, just heat, so it will not open the door.
Give me the crowbar.
Yeah, I'll give Val the crowbar.
Fireball is just the name of the crowbar.
It has channeling on it. for
This
fireball.
provides the force.
Man, we really could use that. Was a spear. What was it? A shattering spear?
I don't think it's worth burning a focus
No.
point.
The one that was crafted out of a devil. Or a demon.
Oh,
The one that I have.
Oh, you do have it. I thought you got rid of it.
Did I?
I don't remember.
No, I gave an extra one to the cartographers for.
Right, you were just appalled by the idea of demonic energies.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
I mean-
just-
Do you blame me?
I mean, a tool's a tool.
I'm gonna
Hound's a hound.
Do you want to use the spear or the crowbar?
I think the spear is a crowbar.
That too.
Leslie, what would be the better tool for this situation?
Honestly, I mean, probably the spear. It's a lance. Is it a spear or is it a lance? Pretty sure it's a lance, isn't it?
I think a well-aimed lance strike would. I mean, no different than a breaching shotgun.
Where the hell did I put all that? You gave me text for it, right?
Big ol' wall of text.
Like Saki's.
Yeah, it's a +1 vicious breaking lance.
Yeah, I added that.
Also known as crowbar.
All right, so thunder check, I guess. Is that what I'm doing?
I mean,
Stationary object. I think you can just line it up and do damage.
yeah, you're probably just doing damage, but it is vicious, so.
So it is
Sure.
going to hurt to use.
For 1d6.
Mm-hmm.
And
If
vicious
roll.
Oh
deals
no.
extra
An
damage.
extra 2d6, and then it's shattering, so it's another
It's
2d6.
breaking. 2d6.
So it's 4d6 plus lance damage.
Cool.
Plus
you take
whatever
1d6.
modifiers, yeah, and then you roll a d6 for damage for you.
Does it also have a +2 because it's basically bane against objects? Is that what breaking is, or shattering?
No, it doesn't give you that.
Okay.
It's not
Does
quite.
32
Definitely.
hit the stationary object.
It does hit the stationary object.
Okay. You know, I never even checked the damage on Lance.
I think it's like 1d10.
10?
It's 1d8.
Really?
You
The spear
could
is d10, I think.
you could do the infernal charge as well if you wanted. It is once per
right.
day, so if you want to save the usage of it, you can.
I'll save the usage of it,
Okay.
and I'll just roll damage. So it's 1d8 plus 2d6 plus 2d6 plus my strength and all that. I'm trained in all this, so I get all those bonuses. Good stuff, good stuff. Derp, 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 derp. Cool.
You could also use a maneuver and recover it.
I had to do 10 minutes worth of exercises to recover it.
Oh.
To recover
Well,
what?
Well, you should
Maneuvers.
have a full round action to recover like one maneuver or something.
That's not how this one works.
darn.
I don't think so. I'll have to go over that. But
You're doing
Warlord?
Yeah, Warlord.
Totally should.
Cool. 23 damage.
Yeah, so the lock is actually positioned where the handshake between Torag and Asmodeus is happening. It's literally their two hands.
Oof.
And up until this point,
Standard action to recover one maneuver. Sorry.
up until this point, all attempts at picking a lock has been unsuccessful. With a well-placed strike from the lance, Val just blows the hands of Torag and Asmodeus through the door. And now there's like just a hole there, so neither one of them have hands anymore. And the door is free to open.
Damn it, I was aiming for Asmodeus.
Look, Torag's hand was contaminated. It had to go too.
As the doors are open, they swing outward. That same it's only Saki that sees it, but that same evil billowing just pours out and over the edges.
I'd like to cast Detect Fiendish Presence.
Detect fiendish presence. I remember this being hyper specific, but also incredible.
Extremely specific.
Yeah, because that's what spoiled the penguin fight.
Spoiled. Thought it went pretty well.
Spoiled as in
Functions like
alerted
detect
early.
evil, but it only detects outsiders with the evil subtype, as well as lingering effects caused by their gifts, presence, and spells. I'm really leaning hard on the lingering presence here.
No, you get nothing off your detect fiendish presence. Which is odd for obvious reasons.
So we can detect the evil, but we know it's not an outsider. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I believe that's what's being implied here.
I think the evil is just the aura of this place right now.
Or vampires.
Or vampires.
Vampires are undead, not outsiders.
Alright.
So-
onward and upward, I guess.
Beyond the two doors is a vibrant red, like heavy red accents everywhere. It's a huge room with two sets of stairs that kind of crescent up the left and right flanks of the circular room. And more concerningly is that this entire area is lit. There are sconces along the walls that are probably somewhere between 20 and 40 feet up that shed feels like more light than they should.
Alright. This is properly spooky.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Shield.
So there's nothing in this first room. Did you say it was a staircase or just more doors?
So it's two sets of staircase. So imagine a circular room like this, and then there's a staircase. Well, I can't just draw on this, but I can draw like this. That's trash. Absolute trash tier.
Okay, so circular room. You can delete
This
that.
way, and this way, right? And then they go like this, up against the back wall. So I guess this is like,
So a pair of circular stairs up to an alcove or a
well,
walkway.
yeah, both of these. So if you go this way or this way, it's up, right? So staircase goes up, up. Both. Once you hit the platform in the middle, it's up in either direction.
And do the second set of ups, are they also circular?
No,
Around
they're
the perimeter?
they're straight, uh, in either direction.
So we have walkway and circular room with staircase going up to said walkway.
Sort of. Walkway isn't quite correct. It's a platform and then two staircases.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I meant, not
Yeah.
walkway.
You're good.
All right then. I guess we're going up.
Are you guys gonna go left or right?
I say we split up.
No.
It's going to the same place.
I'm gonna rely on trap finding here.
I mean, it's going to the same place. Better one direction get attacked than all of us at once.
Ooh, it bounced off that 20.
It bounced off that 20.
You're trying to detect traps?
Yes.
You detect no traps.
Okay.
You don't detect any traps.
Right. But even if I don't, I still have trap sense for saves against traps. So.
Well, despite the traps, like, do we hear any? Oh, okay. Like, hear or notice anything up ahead?
Saki, you do. It's like a waterfall, but of evil.
I'm gonna let everyone know that it's super close.
Okay.
But, it seems like it's just rolling down the stairs and off the edges through the. What are the things called? The spaces between where kids get
Flying
their heads stuck in
buttresses.
stairs.
Not handrails, but
It's the thing under the handrail.
banisters.
Banister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just lazily drifting down and past.
Left.
You.
Always left.
Wait, what do you mean by left?
Left staircase.
That's where you're going?
Yep.
Yeah, you always enter from the left.
I'm gonna cast invisibility and go right.
I'm a left girl too.
I don't agree with this. I'll go right.
Okay. What about Corvo?
The invisible nihilist went what direction?
Right.
Okay.
Like you would have saw me going right before I went invisible.
Yeah. So here's my stealth check. Oh man, I'm just not gonna get above a 10 with stealth tonight.
I'm sneaking.
And I'm gonna follow Nihilus.
Okay.
Just to be clear, everyone listened to Saki's stories this morning, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
You don't really give us a chance not to.
Y'all
It
We'll
just
see the lights
ambush
out,
us
maybe.
at breakfast. Like,
Val's doing her morning exercises, and Saki's just like, so anyway, I was doing this. Please. Leave me alone.
She's sitting there spotting you, just reading from a book instead of looking.
It's the
So
best part
who's
of
all
waking
going
up.
left and who's all going right?
I'll go left.
Yeah, left here, as well as Sophia, and then you three go right.
Yeah.
Easy.
oh no, it was right.
So Nihilus, as you lead the way up the right staircase, it eventually goes flat into a hallway. And I mean, there are a series of doors to the right. There are artworks hung on the wall, paintings between every doorway, as well as the occasional suit of armor that just stands in the hallway. And of course, there are sconces along the way that are about between shoulder and head height that are lighting the way.
Nihilus will call out from his invisibility. And you're sure you felt the evil presence from in here?
Lucky looks down at the ground. Is it like
It's
everywhere?
just rolling down the hallway.
Which way?
She picks up her dress a little bit to keep the evil from getting on it. Uh-huh.
No,
Yes.
like, is it coming from the left or from the right? I feel like that was the obvious, or rather the easy solution to this.
What? It's coming from everywhere.
So it must be coming from the room ahead of us.
You said there were more doors?
Mm-hmm.
What do they look like?
The doors?
Uh-huh.
The doors in the hallway are some sort of metal alloy based on just their coloration, and they are all embossed with alternating Torag symbology and Asmodeus symbology.
That doesn't make sense with this shit that's coming out of it.
But the Asmodeus and evil?
Torag?
They're like some kind of lawful chaos dwarves.
Really?
I feel strangely at home here.
Is Torag cool with Asmodeus?
Give me a religion check. I mean, they're both lawful, but Torag's definitely lawful good. Asmodeus is definitely lawful evil.
I guess so long as they worked hard at doing their evil.
It's like if someone was lawful neutral, they could see both sides.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are
Right.
some points to be made there.
Is that one? Is 19 enough to know number 1 under anathema?
For Torag or
for Torag.
What's his number one anathema? Where do you?
Tell lies or cheat someone. Intentionally create inferior works. Show
Uh,
mercy to the enemies of your people.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Sure, whatever.
So that whole deals with the Prince of Lies and all that.
That's what I'm saying.
Something's not right here.
So you guys gonna go
Things
in
fucky.
any of the doors on the right path?
Saki, do any of the doors have a smoke machine under them?
They do.
Both of them?
All of them.
Mm-hmm.
So every room here is fumigated.
Evil, 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 evil.
Okay. If we don't have any direction or I guess I'll
don't-
do perception, see if I hear anything.
Sure, give me a perception.
Okay, so it's not sight based, so I don't get that. Ah,
Is that a 19?
yes.
Yeah. You hear shuffling past or beyond the first door on the right.
All right, I'm opening it.
Are we moving maps?
So in this door, is Saki there as well? Are you
Yeah, this
in the
would be
door? Who's
left team.
Oh, this is left team. That's right. I've been trying to do right team this whole time, so Nihilus is not in this hallway with you guys.
Is that stage left or?
That's so Saki went with left team.
Yeah. Established left.
It was Saki, Razi, and Sophia went up the left staircase and went left.
Okay.
For some reason, I thought they all ended up at the same hallway at the top. No, they're two different hallways.
Yeah, they're different hallways.
Okay.
So
thank you.
that changes things a little bit. So
Oh.
I'm
I thought
imagining
we
all
met
this is
him.
happening in right hallway. It's still happening in left hallway. It's similar, but the doors are on the left in the left hallway.
Right. So here's our drawing again.
Give me a second. Okay. So if you're opening the door on the left hallway, you're going to first be greeted by a a room that is, it looks like it's meant to be a forge of some sort. But more importantly, there is a creature in here that is going to, yeah, it's hard to explain. So give me, I don't know. Whatever. It looks like a dwarf. Looks like a angry, sullen dwarf that seems to yell at you, but it comes out as like a dry hiss. You are free to act on.
We come in peace.
Okay, so that's what Razzy's doing.
Whenever you say hiss, like, it's just a literal hiss, or it's like
Yeah, like a literal hiss. Like,
okay.
oh, your known languages. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem like it's speaking Dwarven.
Okay.
Which
All
team
right.
is this again?
This is left team.
Does it sound like an actual language or just an angry snake?
It sounds like a angry something.
Saki's gonna scream.
Fair, fair.
Hopefully loud enough for
Saki.
everyone else to hear.
Calm down. It's okay. Don't freak him out.
I'm under the presumption that anything in here at this stage is probably evil, if it's not our missing person.
Okay,
So I'm going for it.
okay, go for it. Whatever you're going for.
Does it look like a female dwarf?
Oh no, he's going for it.
No. Fucking
We'll
Sophia
take-
just puts her down.
Vigilant Keeper's stance for swift action. And where are my bonuses? Yeah, I'll just. Are they armed at all?
It doesn't seem like it.
Hmm.
They're not wielding
I'll
any
go
weapons.
for non-lethal at first. So what's the?
Hold on. What does it look like?
It sort of looks like a dwarf, but if a dwarf stopped taking care of itself entirely.
Yeah, but so a dwarf neat? Is this male dwarf?
It appears male based on the beard length.
Okay, so I'm taking a -4 to make this non-lethal damage.
Okay.
So does a 15 hit?
Yeah, 15 hits.
Wow, 4 whole non-lethal damage. I just walked up and slapped him real good.
Don't fucking hiss at us.
I feel like I didn't use the blade. I just used the pommel and punched him in the nose.
Okay.
Rude.
Sophia, give me a will save.
Is it fear?
No.
It's an illusion.
Okay. Sure, you feel fine. This thing seems pretty pissed that you just walked up and hit it, even though it doesn't seem very phased by you hitting it. So I ask again what the people in the area would like to do.
I'm still trying to calm it down. Can I try diplomacy? I don't think it's gonna work at this point, but
You tell
Sorry,
me
we
how.
just punched you.
Yeah, you tell me how you would like to diplomatize this.
With something that
Um,
doesn't speak our language, clearly.
yeah, I'm thinking the universal language here, so I'm just gonna pull out some food and offer it to him.
Is it real food or is it something you're making look like food?
It's real food.
Is it a clove of garlic?
Come on, bro. Look, we're friends. Bread? You want some bread and meat?
Garlic
You
bread.
look hungry.
Okay. We'll have to see how that works out in a second here. What's Sophia doing and Saki?
So did this thing? It didn't put up any kind of fight.
Doesn't look
against
like it's
Sophia?
done anything physically.
Okay, Saki's gonna pull out a rope and head towards Sophia. Kind of restrain it.
Restrain Sophia.
Yeah, Sophia, chill.
So, did I
He wants.
feel anything with that will save? or just was there a sensation involved?
Trying to think of the right way to describe this. I mean, yeah, you would have felt something tugging on your very will.
Saki, is the evil coming from this guy?
Is the evil coming from this guy?
So looking about this room, the evil aura that's just billowing through this place doesn't seem to be being exuded by this. But there is a vent in the ceiling that is pouring down through. And this guy is also evil.
Well, okay, so it's not coming from him, and as Saki looks up and says that, she'll point out the vent.
Sophia, you see a vent.
But that guy's probably done some shit.
Okay, so you deserve the punch in the nose.
And she'll hand you the rope. Maybe tie him up first, so he doesn't do any more evil stuff. And then we can punch him.
Guys, should we be, walking into dwarven citadels and punching dwarves in the nose? It just seems a little wrong.
Bonk him on the nose. It's like a shark, right?
Razzie,
We're in his home,
Razzie,
assumably.
missing person.
Sure.
No time.
This isn't a Strix.
Detain.
Yeah, Sophia.
We'll figure it out later.
Wait, is this a Strix? Is that a Strix, guys?
Yes, it's a Strix.
I thought they flew.
Sophia, what you doing action on us?
Yeah, roll a bluff.
Look, if he's not looking to draw a weapon, is there
I mean, he's in an aggressive stance.
I mean, yeah, but
Does he want the bread?
I mean, if you're offered bread, are you going to be in an aggressive stance?
No, I'm also offering it to Sophia at this point, though.
I mean, she's in an aggressive stance.
Right.
Maybe it's the bread.
Look, everyone
Razzie,
just chill out and eat some bread.
If this guy wasn't involved in the kidnapping, he's complicit in it.
Maybe, but let's figure that out.
Yeah, that's why I punched him instead of stabbing him. Now help me.
Let's try to communicate. I think that's a good stepping stone. Let's see. Speak to him in Goblin.
You mean Undercommon?
No chance.
Draconic?
Yeah. Goblin isn't its own language, is it? I thought it was all Undercommon.
Brother.
It's listed as its own.
Is it?
There's no chance in hell that 11 hits you, right?
No.
Okay.
All's fair. All's fair, Sophia. You got one on him, he got one on you.
So we just threw an attack at Sophia?
Yeah.
Okay.
He went in with a
attack.
with a clawed
Saki
hand.
kicks him.
Kick. 1 damage.
Wait, which part of your boot
You
is
just have a
piercing?
letter opener taped to your toe?
No, it's literally the stiletto part of the boot.
Kick.
So you're like jabbing him with it?
She just fucking kicks him. Don't attack Sophia!
Raz, are you still offering bread this turn?
Yep, it's going to everyone now. Come on,
Okay.
guys, just chill out.
Is there a staircase in this room?
I
Is
just
there
imagine.
another way out?
I just imagined that scene from Jurassic World, except that
Yeah,
it's
with the raptors.
yeah, except Razzie's got the two hands out with bread in each hand.
I have like half a bottle of Applejack. Anyone want to get a little toasty?
You don't see any obvious escape route in this room.
Okay, then. Fuck it, let's leave him. Just run out, shut the door, and bar it, I guess. You know, with
Right.
everyone.
Do I need a will save?
Yeah,
Whenever
I need a.
attack him?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a will save. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, I love it.
Oh god.
Goodbye.
I don't have a way to give you a new one.
Well, let's see what happens.
Nothing happens yet.
Kill your
It
friends.
feels believable.
What? He feels leavable?
Like I felt the kick, right?
You felt it?
connect.
Yeah, you hit him.
Yeah.
So we're just backing out of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not armed. He's clearly not directly guarding. What's her name?
I mean, not. Yeah.
Not
So
directly.
Sophia, so you guys are leaving
Well,
now.
I mean, we could go up.
Through the vent?
Yeah. How big is the vent?
Spider climb.
Like
Is it Razzie sized?
no.
Like
sure
a
there-
squeeze for a halfling, and no
No.
way I'm getting through in plate mail?
There's
No.
likely a vent in every room if you're
No.
seeing the smoke come from all the doors.
It's like squeakers sized.
Okay.
Okay.
But Saki, I mean, these guys can leave, but right now the only thing you want to do is embrace this creature.
Ugh.
I mean, that's mostly what I wanted to do.
Wait, he's cool?
Yeah. Extremely
Oh.
huggable.
Okay, Saki's gonna, immediately after connecting the kick, she's gonna say, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize." And then she's gonna embrace him.
Okay.
Red flag. Razzie, you're a paladin. That's clearly a vampire.
Yeah, there's something fishy, isn't there? But it wasn't his fault, and she kicked him.
Razzie, mind control.
Okay,
Sophia,
yeah, mind
step
control's
back.
not nice.
Can't you see you're hurting him?
So immediately, whenever the embrace is established, it bites into Saki, and Saki takes 2 points of con damage.
Ow.
We could have been friends, Mr. Dwarf Man.
Is he restrained at all while in the embrace?
No.
I feel like that's a good reason to let go.
You're dominated.
No.
I'll yell down the hallway. We have
like
contact.
Should we like establish a turn order right now?
I mean, you guys are free to react about once a turn.
Yeah, I'll go for Saki in that case with my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll try to get the attention of right team.
Okay.
Can I roll a
Guys
perception
should-
to see if I hear?
Oh, you're gonna
I've
hear.
heard this
There's not a
before
whole
at
lot
the very
going on in these
beginning.
hallways.
Because first thing Saki did was scream at the door.
Yeah.
given that's the case, could we have like already been kind of on the way?
Sure. I imagine you guys probably started heading that way, but it got more expedient after Sophia's call.
Well, from across the way, how far away is Saki?
Also, would Saki have gotten a new saving throw for embracing him? Because that doesn't seem natural for her.
Or, after
Being bitten.
being bitten. Yeah. I don't know the exact wording of.
Its subject resists this control, and any subject forced to take actions against its nature receives a new saving throw with a +2 bonus. Also, obviously, self-destructive orders are not carried out, so I guess he couldn't force you to stand there and be sucked.
Yeah,
Make
but
it
he
weird.
can get you close. Sure. Give me a new save, Saki. Let's see what happens with that
Yeah.
+2.
Well, again, how far away is Saki from the right side of the hall, the opening?
So total distance is probably something like 120 to 140 feet.
Does a 14
Okay.
make it?
A 14?
Yeah. I had a 10 last time.
Give me a second. Where is it? Give me a second. There's a DC listed, I promise. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong fucking sheet right now. That's why I was like, where's my DC?
Found it. It's on the other page.
Yeah. Yeah, 14 makes it.
Okay.
You have a 14? With a +2?
+2 from the extra, and then +2 versus enchantment.
Ah, +2. Yes. Perfect. Yeah, you make it.
Okay,
Nice.
alright. Saki's gonna back the fuck off at that point.
Okay.
Attack?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. Get fucked, buddy.
Okay, 28
Nice.
hits. 19 +1.
No
19,
sweet lead
15.
blades.
Okay. It is still standing by the end of all that.
Is it exactly standing?
I mean, it's still up.
So it's on its feet.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, from across the hallway, I'm gonna launch a barrage of magic missiles.
I think you have to see the target for that.
Can't I see him from across the way with my light?
He's not in the
And low light
hallway.
vision?
They
Oh, he's
opened
in
the
the
left.
room.
He's like
Yeah,
he's
in the
like
room.
in the corner of the room.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, well, I'm still on the way then.
Okay. All right.
And thankfully, I'm still invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm on my way as well, of course.
So everybody will see. Well, the 3 people in that room will see this creature turn into mist and flow up the vent.
Grab at him.
Ow. Ow. Saki feels her neck. Checks to see if there's like blood there.
No, there's a lot of blood there.
Ow.
I'll wait. Did you take damage from that?
She took con damage.
Oh,
Ew.
feels so razzy.
Yeah, I can't help much with con damage.
It's okay. I've got something for this. Fuck.
Oh.
Is this con drain or con damage?
Damage.
Con. Yeah, it's con damage, and you also you take a negative level.
Oh wait.
Ah.
Ow. Saki's gonna sit down.
So what's the situation when
So when you breach into the room, you see Saki sitting on a rather well-made chair, actually, clutching at her neck, which is just blood running down that side of her clothing. And she looks a bit pale.
what the hell happened?
This is where Saki becomes a vampire.
Val,
Our trust was
Was a
betrayed
vampire,
again.
and Razzie doesn't know when to just pull the trigger already.
I'm
Val,
a paladin.
Yes, and paladins smite vampires.
Stop!
They don't have...
Stop! This was stupid in general. We can't go around slinging blame right now. We split up like idiots.
Val.
Saki, how bad is it?
She holds out a hand to Val. Val, come close.
Yeah, that's not happening. What do you want?
I need.
Okay, somebody kill her already.
A
We did.
tailor.
A tailor.
Saki,
I'll,
no.
I can't do anything about the negative level, but I'll hex of healing.
I don't think there was any HP damage, was there?
It was just con damage.
I've got 1 con damage.
The bite uses the bite didn't deal damage. It just dealt. Okay.
Yeah, it
D4
just
con
does
damage.
D4 con damage.
Oh right, yeah, 5e rules. Where did that? Lesser restoration wand go?
Oh, I already used it. I'm okay.
Oh, you're just being dramatic. Okay.
Oh, I mean, I
will.
still don't feel good, but like,
And she would appreciate it, Taylor.
yeah.
We can arrange.
Prestidigitation.
Uh-huh.
Blood everywhere.
Nihilus.
What?
He's having a fashion emergency.
Saki? Saki. Are you dying?
She looks around. Maybe.
Then get up. Do you really want to let that vampire get the best of you?
No. I want the blood off my clothes.
Saki,
Fine.
grow up.
I'll prestidigitize the blood off our clothes.
I'm not gonna say that was my first vampire ever, but does that mean it's dead? The whole gassy thing?
No.
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 No, it means it ran away.
And then she'll point at the vent and be like, they're coming in from there.
Are you gonna burn another use of the wand to get the other con back?
I don't think I need to.
Okay. You have an odd number,
Mm-hmm.
you weirdo. Well, it doesn't. I mean, the negative level still sucks.
Yeah, but it specifically says you can't do level or ability drain. Does it say level drain?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
you
It
can't
doesn't do
do
level
less-
drain. You need actual restoration for level.
Right.
Yeah. The ability damage goes away though.
Nihilus will look to the tiny vent and ask, Sire, I know this is a lot of trouble, but would you mind checking out that area and seeing what's ahead of us in that little vent?
I mean, it's put it in perspective. It's like a 10-foot ceiling, and the vent is on the ceiling.
Yeah, Val can pick me up.
Or just, like, have Sire run up a glaive.
Yeah, Val just
Exactly.
like takes her glaive and raises it up.
Well, we've got to get the vent cover off, don't we?
Yeah, you do have to get the vent cover off too.
So Val, let me stand on your shoulders.
Grab the spear and shove it through the vent.
Shouldn't you stand on someone, I don't know, taller's shoulders?
Oh, come on. Wait,
Stand
I'm
on
5 foot.
Corvo's shoulders. He's like, please, I'm made of styrofoam.
I'm
I'm all
5'8".
for-
You're 5'2", right?
I'm all for this silliness and goofiness, but seriously, we have a
I'm
vampire
not
problem.
joking.
Sorry, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, the
Look,
notches.
I'm
the,
serious about asking Sire to scout ahead for us.
the spooky
but we need to
gases
get the vent
apparently
cover
coming from the
off.
vents.
All right, fine. Y'all don't tell anyone about this.
Can I just use the spear?
We gotta
To
get
get
the vent cover off.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
it's a reach weapon, so it's like 7 feet long.
I can stand on Val's shoulders, get the vent
And-
cover off, and put Sire up there.
Yeah, sure. Sire would make a note that this place is terrible on every level.
Nihilus will agree and say that's why we need to deal with it.
Val will grumble. It used to not be.
We cannot deal with the terribleness of this place. It would take more time than you have on this plane to fix the choices made with decorations.
Well, we can at least spend our time finding the missing person.
And Val will hoist Nihilus up. Just make it quick.
Yep.
Once the cover's off, Sire scampers up the corner of the vent. He has to like Mission Impossible his way up because the sides are smooth.
That's still cool. I knew my familiar would come in handy one day.
Why not send the other familiar
Did you
up?
say that out loud?
No, definitely not. That was totally out of character.
Just send Short Stack up there.
Oh no,
So,
no, no! He's quite okay in his satchel.
While Sire is on his recon mission, Sophia, would you say that this place counts as a city?
Talking about restocking her thing, no.
No.
If you're talking about using Ears of the City, I do not want to be insensate with vampires around.
That's fair. Hey, Razzie,
Hey, Corvo.
you want to find out what happened to the dwarves?
I am very curious.
Here's the city. Bam.
Bam! Emerald Gossip. Bam!
Have you considered using Ears of the City on an enemy, making them roll that will save, and then being helpless for 1d4 turns?
Are you evil?
They're not helpless, they're just blind and deaf.
Yes, right, sorry.
Hit him with that, like the Starfall crater.
I mean, theoretically, I could, but also they could just choose not to focus on the visions. In any case, Razzie.
Oh yeah, you have to concentrate on.
We're gonna do that. I'll do it. I'll do it.
So you have your choice of diplomacy checks to gather information or perception checks to simply observe.
If I observed, it would probably be just a bunch of standard workday shenanigans. Probably, yeah, right? If I gather
theory.
information, though. Let's go with information.
Ooh, okay, hold on. I don't know if this spell works. Passing places
I mean, you're
located.
more than welcome to shoot it down.
Okay,
I'm truly not pressed about it.
hold on, because I'm trying to think of like. I haven't actually had to consider this because normally the cities you guys are in are occupied. But you can gather information as though you spent time talking to the local people. But if there aren't any local people,
I mean, there's. Oh, vampires don't count as people, do they?
Of course they do.
you talk to the vampires. Spent 4 hours. They just hissed at me a bunch. You know what? Fuck this. High or low?
Hi.
No, not
Unless
you.
you're asking.
Corvo.
Always high.
Damn it. No, it won't work here.
Okay.
Darn.
And Corvo would know that, so don't burn the spell slot.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to suss out.
Yeah. Damn.
Seems this place would not count as a city.
Yeah. I feel like you need inhabitants currently.
Related to local people and events. Yeah, that tracks. Either way, it sounds like we need to get up.
I'll spend a
How's,
couple rounds using detect evil at least.
So you're gonna spend a couple more rounds blind.
Refamiliarize myself with how detect evil works exactly.
How detect evil works? That's what you're doing right now?
Yeah, so it shows you like the type of aura and stuff.
Just evil.
First round, the presence or absence of evil. Second round, the number of evil auras and the area of the power of the most potent evil aura present. If you are of good alignment and the strongest evil aura's power is overwhelming, and the HD or level of the aura's source is at least twice your character level, you are stunned for 1 round, and the spell ends. Third round, the power and location of each aura. If an aura is outside your line of sight, then you discern its direction, but not its exact location. So yeah, I'll just concentrate for 3 rounds, see if there's anything particularly overwhelming, and in what direction.
And in what direction?
Yeah, it's like a 60-foot radius.
Okay. I mean, first round, presence or absence of evil. Yes, there's a presence of evil. 2, the number of evil auras. In the area and the power of the most potent. Blah blah blah. So the number of evil auras is rough because you're just surrounded by evil, and you are stunned for a round.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take the hit and kind of like fall back in my butt.
I don't know what you were expecting.
Woo! Wow, this place is dank with evil. Could I discern? No, that was the next round, right? Discerning the direction
Right.
of it.
Yep.
Razzie, is there any evil in my neck?
Ah, Saki, I can see it now.
Oh,
It's absolutely filthy with evil smoke.
Now hang on, it's not that bad. How's Sire doing?
I mean, he disappeared up into the vent.
Wouldn't Nihilus know?
All right, I'll
I
move
would
action.
have no idea.
I'll move action to detect evil on the event, and that's gonna be as if I studied it for 3 rounds to determine its aura.
Move
Study
action,
begins.
detect
So you-
evil? What are you talking?
Yeah, the paladin ability, detect evil.
Okay. You're stunned again.
It doesn't. It skips that. It goes straight to 3 rounds.
Well, no, it's you get all 3 rounds of things
You
happen.
just triple quickened
Yeah.
detect evil.
There is evil. You are stunned,
Okay.
and
enough.
also up.
Okay. Yeah, it's still there.
I think, Razzie, we can determine that this whole place is atrociously evil.
Just consistently flashbanging himself. Like,
Yeah, can actually Corvo or somebody, can you like take a look at this?
Razzie, I have a question.
Yes,
Are you
Commander?
actually a paladin?
And you just saw me get stunned by the evil, didn't you? Twice.
evil had me shook.
I imagine Razzie got like one of those stupid bright LED flashlights.
Yeah, if I'm not a
Just
paladin, I challenge you to
Flashed
replicate
it in
that.
her face, put it down, and then did it again.
Yeah. Got a taser. Tased himself.
Wow, I
Hmm.
see blue.
Do it again.
Yeah, I think we should find where the smoke is coming from. Apparently.
Well, that's
Invisible
kind of what
smoke.
Sire's doing.
Oh, he's actually in the vents currently.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, while we wait for him, we want to go out and open
Oh,
a couple
no.
more doors.
What if it was Sire stunning me?
The whole time.
I doubt that.
I doubt that.
Nobody ever checked if Sire was evil.
The huge
Annoying,
oversight by us.
asshole-ish, evil.
Chaotic.
That's what the first two.
Chaotic, misunderstood.
Just need to get somebody with detect chaos to show up.
Oh, they'll ping me.
Well, they won't know what they're paying because they only get to round 2.
Yeah, I guess we could have opened the other door on the left side. There's like 4 doors, 2 on each side, right?
There's 3 doors on each side that were immediately accessible.
Okay.
And does the hallway just end, or does it continue on to another walkway or hallway?
Yeah, they
or
both
staircase?
they both have 90-degree angle cuts.
So it does. It looks like it does this number again. Potentially. Or does
No.
it go off that way?
So the vertical, the stage verticals that you put there are rooms.
Oh, right. So it would be that way,
Other way.
other way.
Yep.
So deeper into, I guess, the mountainside. Or whatever building this is.
No, you guys are deep into the mountainside already, but deeper into the tunnel, the side
tunnel
of the tunnel.
wall.
Yeah.
This is going swimmingly.
Yeah, I mean, minutes are gonna pass, and there's gonna be no response from Sire.
How many minutes exactly?
How many you want to wait?
Depends on if we're looking at more rooms while we wait, or if we're waiting in the same room.
Well, what do you guys want to do?
Well, after a point, Val starts getting patient.
I'm going to just while I'm thinking about it, speak the command word for my earring, and it's going to start just listening to stuff.
What's it listening to?
If it hears any language that's not common, it's going to pick it up, and I'm going to know that language.
So ska.
Yes.
Saki starts talking to Corvo and Elvin.
No.
Corvo.
Sabotage.
It needs at least a minute of exposure to this language.
A minute straight?
It doesn't say a minute straight. It just has a minute exposure.
Okay.
It's called the Traveler's Translator.
Just gonna talk to Corvo for a minute? No.
No.
Yeah, Saki, don't ruin Razzy's little toy.
You don't even know what it is. It's all out of character, Saki.
But my neck hurts.
Let the players talk.
The players are talking, Saki.
Oh, ow. That hurts more than the negative level.
I mean, Sire always finds his way back to you, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, let's go snoop around elsewhere.
Sounds good to me. Besides, if anything happens to Sire, pretty sure you'll know.
Our arrangement will remain the same.
All right, you've got that going on.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna head onward. Saki whining in the background.
Mm-hmm.
My
Or the
neck
foreground.
hurts.
Is it still an Elven?
No. It's in common. She wants Val to hear.
My neck.
You guys are really talking down to your commander today. Your idea is stupid. We're gonna do our own thing.
I'm not,
Um,
man.
You didn't get sucked?
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own inaction.
What are you talking about? I was the one. What are
No.
you talking? Oh,
Saki's.
What? I kicked it for you.
And that's
Kick
what
it.
led to your downfall.
You have a giant sword, and so you kicked him.
I didn't think we were trying to kill it.
Yeah,
It was
Razzy
not
made it
a-
pretty clear we weren't trying to kill it.
You did go in with non-lethal damage.
Well, we also know that
Aren't you
Razzy wouldn't
watching
kill a
you?
tiger that's attacking her.
Not if it's there's other choices.
Look, let's not bicker and argue about who sucked who.
The vampire and Saki.
can we please move on? There's someone who's in danger.
Yeah, let's get to it. So we just check each room. Apparently, there's at least some life in here.
There's evil coming out of each room.
Fun life, and I guess that vampire could be in any room with a vent, right?
I'm guessing it went back somewhere safe. Because it turned to smoke immediately, right?
Yeah, it didn't seem particularly strong, all things
Do
considered.
I know this? Hold on.
Give me a religion check. Yeah, sure.
I'll assist it.
That probably about killed it. So so likely it went back to where it rests.
Oh, you're thinking your
Hey.
attacks killed it?
22 religion on Saki.
It was definitely still standing after you attacked it.
Probably went to alert its kin. So, by not killing it, you probably just,
How do you kill a vampire when it could just turn into a cloud at any moment and drift away
quickly.
on the breeze in the cold night
Quickly.
air?
With a fireball, preferably.
Don't they turn into
Yes.
gas on death and then respawn somewhere? Is that not how vampires work?
Do you know that?
I skipped Vampire Day.
You skipped a lot of days, I think.
No, I didn't skip them. I was there for many.
Like a
Mini
third of
mini.
the classes.
Well, I mean, you only need to know so much to make a map.
I forget, what age did Nihilus get squeakers?
Nihilus has had squeakers since he was a child.
Oh,
Honestly, the rat should be dead.
It's like a 15-year-old rat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Ron Weasley's rat.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
make that reference. It's literally just Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah, so as you guys are leaving the room and proceeding, after waiting for a while and bickering for a little bit, Nihilus,
Yes.
it's like you're taken back, right? You kind of fall back into yourself, and you see, starting with looking up at a young version of yourself and being picked up by this very young Nihilus. A process by which you are cared for by this child and go on minor misadventures as well as some truly dark times. Nihilus is, in the span of maybe a second in real time, systematically is flashed through about 15 years of Squeaker's consciousness up until being, and Nihilus has been in this situation once before, being in the back seat of your own body when Sire takes over.
Right.
And it gets all the way up to the point where you climb up the vents, get kind of lost because it branches off many times, but usually proceeding as upwards as possible, and stumbling upon what looks to be a very elaborate room set with some sort of, it looks like it's set up for some sort of dark ritual, with a figure up on a table before you are unceremoniously stomped by a dwarven figure.
Just a puff.
I gotta do a roll here. Nihilus falls to the ground.
Yeah, the last sensation of being of all of your rat insides being ruptured to the outsides.
Yeah, Nihilus passes out.
Oh shit.
I start
Well,
fanning
that's not good.
Oh my god, so dramatic.
it.
You think something happened to the rat?
Nihilus is out.
Really?
That would seem to be the case.
Maybe it's like what happened to me.
No. I doubt that. Can somebody get him up?
Yeah, I'll try to
I'll
awaken.
I'll dig in my bag and pull out a vial of smelling salts.
Yeah, that'll do the trick.
Whoa!
Nihilus comes to, he's just,
Swinging.
I just died.
Well, you're very much still alive, but what was it like?
Wait, who am I?
That's right. I didn't even consider, even though I literally just said it, but yeah, you just went through fucking 15 years of being squeakers.
Yeah. Like, wait, what, where am I? Who am I?
It's you, Nihilus.
Oh, right, I'm Nihilus. Right.
It's like
Right.
Roy, but for rats.
Right, I'm Nihilus. Okay. Squeakers just died. And, I just lived his life. And, yeah, we gotta hurry. They're preparing for some sort of ritual.
Nihilus, we will make them pay.
I would really appreciate that, but I'm still kind of confused on who I am.
You're human. You're a man.
No, he's really not actually.
You're the one
Yeah.
with the fireballs.
Okay, I will accept that, but
I'll slap
Wow,
him.
that's the personality trait you hold on to.
well, I just lived 15 years as a rat.
Yeah, like I said, gonna have to tell me all about that later, but right now, let's go kill some vampires.
Yeah, and again, Squeakers is dead.
Did you get a sense of the path that we should follow?
Well,
Where this might be?
Squeaker's sire went through the vents. It was very confusing. I didn't quite get an understanding of where to go, but I did see that there was some sort of ritual that they were all preparing for, and it didn't look good. But I wasn't there for long because they spotted Squeakers and squashed them immediately.
That's grisly.
Unceremonious,
I
even.
felt that.
Let's hurry.
Now let's
And
give me
now
a
we
quick.
have the first person that can say they died.
What you need?
I need an Arcana check with advantage.
Nice.
Yeah, coming off of explaining all that and sitting with it for a minute, Nihilus will. You're kind of like trying to reassure, like you are you. You're kind of doing like a mental inventory, right?
Right.
And amongst the mental inventory, like amongst kind of almost like searching yourself, you find squeakers within you.
Am I able to pull them back out?
You feel like you could.
But not now.
Right. You haven't actually done it consciously ever,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't have practice.
Right, because Squeakers has been with me and has never died.
Right. So it's like it's a
You'll get there.
real there's a lot to unpack there because on one hand it's like Squeakers died a grisly death, and then you also had to go through that grisly death, but then also I guess Squeakers isn't dead, but you're gonna have to like actually figure out how to bring him back, but also this whole experience is what Sire has done countless times by now.
Yeah, Nihilus is. While he seems to be functioning, he's definitely in a fugue state.
But it is about that time. If we
About
want to
that
pause here and pick up as you're trying to get to whatever that ritual site is.
Well, I just have to get there.
We have to go up. At least we know that.
I'm gonna kill off old Strimma.